The fifth annual Space Voyage Cruise, a magical experience touring the wonderful planets of the nebulous galaxy, a joyous experience for the wealthiest of the wealthy within the galaxy, one of great music, food, and company. The pale blues of the ship truly making it one of the most calming experiences in the galaxy. The aroma of fried glass, sweet music, and a large sum of credits fill the air that is until a jolt accompanied by a large dent within the ship would sour the mood. The infamous hunter, Iron Hand Samantha, would pry open the doors and yells while shooting blaster slugs into the air with her rifle. "I'm here looking for Maxon and that pretty gem he's got," she would say, gesturing towards the crowd. She pauses, looking through them as a predator would do to its prey. "Give him up," she says, gesturing the rifle towards the group. The crowd quickly moves away from Maxon, leaving him isolated. Sam steps towards him, eyeing the massive ring held upon his finger, each step feeling like a slam upon the marble floor of the ship, until a blaster shot nearly grazes Samantha's cheek. She quickly turns and yells, "What the hell is this, a training blaster?" shocked by the non-lethality of the shot. A loud, booming voice comes from the direction where the shot took place. "Hunter, the ship is under the protection of the X-Corp agents, Will and Philip. I suggest you leave." This loud, boastful voice fills the room as a strong purple alien with two massive gauntlets accompanied by a smaller avian alien with a small blaster stands there looking at the unwanted guests. Sam then looks back at them with an angered expression and says, "Make me." She gets low to the ground, preparing for the next blaster shots, and quickly slams into the larger of the two aliens, quickly attempting to overpower her as they lock hands in a struggle for strength. Sam's robotic arm overpowering one side of the alien, but her normal arm not being so successful. This struggle lasts for quite some time, Slam attempting to dodge the blaster shots that are incoming until ultimately she cannot, and a blaster shot grazes her eye, forcing her to lose concentration and allowing the alien will she is interlocked with to headbutt her, quickly punch her, slamming her into a wall. As Sam goes flying to the wall, she quickly slams into it, and the guests crowded near her but not next to her, except for Maxon, the alien she was hired to steal from. Maxon, seeing the apparently unconscious Sam, would gloat, shoving the ring in her face and dancing with a mischievous grin. "Ladies and gentlemen, please retreat to the living quarters. We have no idea how long this hunter will be down," Will says, gesturing for all the guests to leave the entertainment hall. Following this, Sam would quickly get up, shooting the hand of Philip, knocking a blaster out of his hand, and capturing Maxon, holding the gun to his head as she chokes him with her arm. Quickly spitting out blood, Sam would say, "Y'all ain't too bad at this job, but I'm finishing this job. You said it's under your protection, right? That means me turning his head to soup is a no-go," Sam mockingly would say as she would walk closer to the exit, gripping Maxon's neck as if he was a shield. Okay, we'll let you go. We'll even let you have the diamond, just don't do anything insane, Will would say, calmly attempting to not arouse any aggression within Sam. Sam would eventually make it towards the door, pushing off the now broken door to get towards her own ship. As she would throw Maxon away and steal his ring. Will would quickly pull Maxon back into the ship, keeping him safe. As the short, stout alien would then slobberily, through tears, cry about his lost gem. Will would, a little disgustedly, but sworn by his duty, assure the man that he would promise the hunter was not getting away. I promise that no good hunter isn't getting away, he would say. Weld a new door and tell the pilot to stay in orbit of the ship, referring to Sam's ship, Will would say. Will says, looking at Sam's ship, that may be on it, he would say to Philip. Philip quickly nods and says, aye. As the two both head in different directions, Will quickly boarding Sam's ship, attempting to arouse no suspicion until he asks further backup from Philip. Sam, now leisurely at her ship's console, types into her console, got the gem. But quickly turning as she hears slight creaks within her floor. Her hand hovering over a switch as she waits for the thuds to get closer. Philip quickly boarded the ship and they continue to walk towards Sam's console room. The two inch closer to the room, ready to capture Sam, until they get too close and a ringing noise emits from the door frame of the ship. Quickly emitting some kind of gas, the two attempt to rush Sam, but are quickly made motionless by the gas. As a now standing Sam stands over them with a rag on her face. Both wake up some time later, realizing they are now restrained by metallic wires held upon the ship. She leers down with deadly expression, switching between the two of them. Hunter, I am meant to stop your reign of evil and will do so as ordered to me by. Will attempts to say, quickly being cut off by the scavenging Sam, who is looking through metal crates within her ship. She quickly responds with, cut the script, Boy Scout. Philip reiterates, yeah. Once we are free, you're going down, he would say, extremely hyperactively. Sam quickly turns around, holding two metallic blue creatures in her hand as she walks towards the two. I got a job for you two. Big heist. Calls for at least 3-man team. Sam says while forcefully placing one of these bugs upon Philip's neck as he squirms. Philip interjects saying, we are great agents of X-Corp. We don't and will not ever help. He would yell, interrupting himself as a metallic creature would latch onto his feathery neck. A bomb beetle, Will would say with wide eyes. We'll do whatever you said, just don't kill the kid. Will would say, looking at Sam, palming Will's head with her metallic arm, she would then attach one of the same beetles to Will's neck. Perfect, Sam would say. I'm gonna keep the bombs on you for a safeguard. The second I see you two not following the plan, I'll use right ear to blow them up, she says, holding up her metallic arm. Now get some rest, she says, walking off, leaving the two in darkness as she cuts off the lights of the part of the ship they're in.